We've got a couple nice Batgirl items coming up next on Terrific TV Toys. These are from the Batman 66 TV show, and they are both from McFarlane Toys. The first is a figure that we'll look at in this episode, and then next episode we will tackle this beauty, but we'll put that aside for right now. So Batgirl, McFarlane has issued a number of toys from the Batman 66 series, and so this is one of the Batgirl items, and she is coming out of the package because I tend to be an out-of-the-box kind of girl, so we're going to do that right here on the show. And so if you own this and you don't want to take it out of the package, then step vicariously through this video and live the joy of opening it up virtually. So the back has McFarlane Toys, some imagery. Look at Catwoman and Joker, some detail on this wonderful figure that we're about to take out of the box, and an image of her not quite as she appeared on the Batman 66 show or even in the comic books at the time, because that's a very dark leotard. She looked a lot like this in the comics at the time. And on the TV show, Yvonne Craig looked a little bit different than that. She was wearing all purple and not gray. But, you know, we've seen variations of Batgirl's leotard over the years and her costume, so we won't squabble over that. All right, and I see the McFarlane Toys social media handles, logo, verbiage, all of that, and a number. And let me see if I can find, okay, I see a 2024 date on this, and I received it for Christmas 2024, so that makes sense. So here's another look, DC and Warner Brothers logo, then legal verbiage. All right, so let's take a look at her, shall we? And I have an implement here, but maybe I don't need it if I can get this started here in the corner. I'm not going to keep the packaging, sorry. So she's just going to go on my shelf downstairs where all my other Batgirls are. I'll have to do another count of how many I have. I know it's quite a few. Ooh, maybe I need my implement after all. Well, okay, sorry. I know this might be painful for some of you, but it's just going to get ripped because, like I said, I'm going to throw it away. All right, so we lift that out of the package. We have some kind of number and verbiage there. Batgirl Classic from the DC Batman 66 set. We've got the figure. Oh, and I do need to cut because I can see she's got, she's held in by the waist with some clear plastic binding there. And this looks like a piece of tape that I can peel off for this tool. So let's take a look at that tool. Batarang, right? And another fighting implement or cuffs. Yeah, cuffs actually. And it's going to be a little tricky. First get at least part of her out. I am seeing a lot of purple on her outfit, and it's basically replicating through the screen like it is in real life that this is more purple than blue. Like in the comics at the time that she was introduced back in the 60s, you would see her wearing gray and blue. But this is quite purple that they've chosen for this. All right, so I got my implement. I'm going to very carefully try to not slice anything that shouldn't be sliced. Or, I wonder if I can get that. No, I can't get that from behind. So I'm just going to try to distance her as much as possible, the parts of her from this. I should have gotten scissors. And you know what? I'm going to get scissors because I don't want this to go flinging into my flesh. You know? Just not always a good idea. Let's go the safer route and just do like that. So much better. All right, here she is, and we will zoom in a little bit. Is that some kind of scratch or something on her cowl? Yeah. Little tiny flaw, but not anything I'm going to worry about. And I already see some articulation. We've got shoulder, a little bit of, although it's a little rough, shoulder articulation. We've got elbow and we've got wrist here. That turns. We've got waist. I believe it looks like, yeah, just a little bit of movement in the waist. Okay, and definitely hip and knee. Oh, everything's real stiff though. I don't want to force it, but it's all real stiff. Look at the detail. Where's that? Yeah, that's imprint. So the Made in China imprint with, like, I guess a logo. I was thinking that these C's, E's, whatever they are, or some kind of detail. But we do have detail here on the boots, like little wrinkles in the leathery fabric. We're assuming they are. I like the dip in the front, like bat ears. And we've got the holes for pegs at the bottom. She does not come with a stand, of course, but you can use another stand with her. And the cape is like a satiny fabric. And look at that vibrant red hair contrasting with the purple. So anything, yeah, just a little bit of detail on the back. Oh, and then there is an imprint here. UKCA, is that what I'm seeing? I'm discovering this right alongside you. I didn't do any research on this online. Got it as a gift, socked it away for an episode, and here we are. So, going cold. We got a little bit of neck. I mean, just a tiny bit of movement, not really a turn. So a lot of this is just a tiny bit of movement for her. All right. So, and then she's got these. Let's see if she can hang on to these. It looks like it. Maybe. Maybe, baby. I think they're supposed to go in there, but they're a little tough. Don't want to break the thumb off. Ugh. Okay. All right. We're not going to force that. The other hand is not open, so it's got to be this hand that appears to clasp that. But again, I feel like I'm going to break the thumb off, so we'll see if we have any more luck with this. Yeah, actually with this one, you can just put the post into the opening of her hand. Yeah, that works. Okay, so we got Babsy Baby. Batgirl's going to go out and fight crime. But next episode, let's take a look at what she may ride on. Not entirely comic book or screen accurate, more like a mix of comic book and screen. But again, we don't care here. We just love Batgirl. So we will see you next episode here on Terrific TV Toys. But wait, there's more! Something I should have mentioned earlier just to put this in context a little bit, but I'll slide it in now. This is a gal that you saw on an episode of Terrific TV Toys earlier, and this is the gal you just saw, and they are both by McFarlane Toys. They look a whole lot alike, don't they? Yeah, basically same mold, same approach, same details on these two ladies. This one is from the New Adventures of Batman cartoon series, the classic cartoon series. And then this one more from the comic books of the 66 era at the same time that the classic TV show was airing. Now, I will direct you to the McFarlane website. If you want to like do a search on Batgirl, you'll see this gal that you just saw come up, and there's the cycle we're going to look at next episode, and then other Batgirls. And actually, I don't have all of these. I need to get on that. But if you look at this other gal, the previous one, see, it says the New Adventures of Batman, and then it gives you a little bit more context and background, because there's been so many different versions of Batgirl over the years, and there's some versions that maybe we haven't even seen on screen, but, you know, they pop up in other areas of pop culture like video games and all that. So, thanks again for watching. We will see you next time here on BRB TV.